What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're continuing our breakdown for your Madden 21 franchise modes of players you should trade for. We've already talked about rookies, who are just every rookie in the league. We did our top 10 offensive players, and today we're going to be looking at the top 10 defensive players you want to trade for in your Madden 21 franchise. Now, the key for this video is not necessarily how to finesse the most highest overall player, taking advantage of the trade system, or trying to tell you to get players that are very, very difficult to trade for. Guys that will, first round draft picks, guys that have dev trades like that. They're just not going to be really worth your time and worth what it's going to cost to trade for them. These 10 guys on the defensive side of the ball that I'm about to break down should be reasonably, I'm going to say you might at the most a third round pick or beyond to acquire each and every player that we're about to talk to. So without further ado, let's get into it. And for this video, we're not going to be going in a specific order. I'm not right, they're not literally ranked 1 through 10. We're going to be starting on the defensive line, and we'll go all the way up through the secondary. So at number 10, we have Taekwon Lewis, defensive tackle out of Indianapolis. He's a 71 overall, a little bit buried in that depth chart, and the stats are good. 83 speed, 89 acceleration, 83 strength, 79 tackle, 76 block shed. He also has 74 power movement, 81 pursuit. A great athlete, a guy that has his pass rushing abilities, more so when you're using him, and you can utilize that ability. But for the most part, in the sim, you should play like a terrific run defender. So I think Taekwon Lewis is really good value. He's still on the right side of 25. So there we go, starting with the lone defensive tackle in today's video. At number 9, our first edge rusher of 2 on this list, we have Josh Sweat of the Philadelphia Eagles, a 73 overall. Defensive end 2 will be defensive end, maybe defensive end 3 on the Philadelphia Eagles, and again, still on the right side of 25. But we got 85 speed, 88 acceleration, 79 tackle, 77 finesse move, 82 pursuit. Freak. He's a freak athlete, and absolutely, I think he brings scheme flexibility. He could be a 4-3 defensive end. You could stand him up as a 3-4 outside linebacker. If you need that edge rush help, look no further than Josh Sweat. Number 8 is the last of our edge rushers, and that is Jordan Willis, outside linebacker of the New York Jets, formerly of the Cincinnati Bengals, who is a 70 overall. He comes with 86 speed, 89 acceleration, 85 strength, so just insane athlete. He's yoked up. 81 tackle. We have 82 pursuit. We have 72 block shed that you couldn't put up there. I mean, absolutely a beast. I think he's probably best suited as a 3-4 outside linebacker with these stats to maximize his ability to stand off the ball, but y'all still probably could find some success with him as a user as a 4-3 defensive end. But Jordan Willis, solid value on the Jets, and he's not a starter. He's second on the depth chart, so there's a good opportunity you could trade for him. Number 7, our only middle linebacker. Traditional linebacker. That's Blake Cashman of the New York Jets. He might be, if I was ranking this list in terms of availability, he's middle linebacker 4 on the Jets, so he's pretty much going to be a guy that, I wouldn't be shocked if a bad AI system at 21, he'd be a guy that gets cut, potentially. But Blake Cashman here might be my favorite overall player on this list. As a 70 linebacker going into his second year, 89 speed, 90 acceleration, so speed freak, sideline to sideline, 84 tackle, 83 pursuit. We got 89 jumping, so if you're simming it, you might get some super linebacker to you. And then you got 68 zone coverage. I just think, and he's only entering his second season, so he's very young, still a very high ceiling, and pretty much everything you could ask for in a young, modern-day middle linebacker. So I think for sure Blake Cashman is the best linebacker that you want to try to trade for in Madden 21. Moving into the defensive backs, at number 6, we have Isaiah Johnson, second-year player for the Las Vegas Raiders at 6'2" and a 68 overall. We're getting 92 speed, 91 acceleration, 74 catching. Yes, sir. Especially for those users, 73 pursuit, as well as 68 man coverage. So obviously his base coverage stats, the man zone press, it's not amazing. He's only a second-year player, but with the athletic traits, with the fact that with that high catching, makes those user picks just that much more friendly. 6'2", a little bit of Legion of Boom size, longer press corner. I think this is definitely the kind of guy that a lot of you guys would want to be looking for to trade. And the Vegas Raiders, just, bringing in someone like Damon Arnett, for example, they'll be ahead of him. Johnson's going to be probably corner 5, corner 6 to kick things off for the Raiders. Might very well already be on the trade block, and definitely will be an interesting player to add. I think I probably would want him. 6'2", fast, can catch like that. Give me on Isaiah Johnson. Number 5 is Perry Nickerson of the Jacksonville Jaguars, our favorite of ours in Madden 20. Big fan. He's 70 overall. Third year, I believe, right now at a Tulane, if we're trying to flex our draft knowledge. But he has 95 speed, 94 acceleration, 76 catching, 76 catch in traffic, yes, and 72 man coverage. I know the stats, you might not care. It's a corner, catch in traffic. But I feel like corners that I've had lower rated corners, guys 74 and below, that play really, really well, are always guys that have high catching. Like Tremon Smith last year. Just, really fast and had really good catching because obviously he's a guy that had some wide receiver background, but ultimately started playing corner in the NFL. But I just find this is just like when players hit and feel like they play better than their ratings. For corners, I always find it seems to be the guys that have high catching traffic. And Perry Nickerson got that as well as 95 friggin' speed. Number 4 on the list is Tarvaris Moore, the free safety from the San Francisco 49ers, 69 overall. Pretty sure he's going to his third year. Right around 25, got some upside still. And he's coming in with 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", 93 speed, 91 jumping, 71 pursuit, 70 man coverage, and 82 hit power. We used him in Madden 19. He was a beast. I'm pretty sure we used him at least in one of our series in Madden 20. Beast. Easy to get. He's the backup safety behind Jimmy Ward, I believe, for the San Francisco 49ers. So, again, 5th round pick, throw him that way. Get an athletic guy that you can use her if you're one of those savages that still use your safeties. Hey, back in my old Madden days, that's where I pretty much started using on defense. But I think you get a great user and pretty solid with at least that 70 man. Makes you feel a little bit more comfortable when the CPU is controlling him. Number 3 on our list, a little bit of a fan favorite, especially if you tuned in back when I Twitch streamed, and hopefully I will be getting back into Twitch streaming in Madden 21, and that's White Lightning, Troy Apke of the Washington Redskins. I think he's 6'2", 6'3", 69 overall. I believe he's their second or maybe even third free safety on the depth chart. You're getting 94 speed, 95 acceleration, 94 jumping, so S-tier athlete. And he's also coming with 70 man and 74 zone. So he's a guy that brings a lot of flexibility. If you really want to, you could. I think we actually tried to. I think we did this in one of our series where you make him a corner. You could make and bring back white cornerbacks single-handedly if you got Troy Apke in your Madden 21 franchise. So if you want to do that, by all means. Who wants Jason Sehorn to be the last great white corner? Make it Troy Apke and make that deal in your Madden 21 franchise. Number 2 is Josh Jones, the former Green Bay Packer, finds himself in Jacksonville. He's right around that 25, still in his prime, 25, 26, maybe even 24. I think he's 25. 69 overall. He got 92 speed, 91 acceleration, 75 catching, I was like, okay, that's a peculiar stat for, but again, because I trust that DBs with higher catching just generally play better. You also throw in 75 tackle and 89 hit power. He could be a candidate to move to linebacker. If you want a freaky middle linebacker guy that you can use her, hell, you might even want to do that on Jacksonville, pairing that with Miles Jack, assuming I don't know what's going on with Telvin Smith. I would write that down for when we do the Madden 21 Jags rebuild. But I think Josh Jones can be a baller, strong safety, or you could move him up into the box, make him a linebacker. Very similar to what we did with Jonathan Abrams in our Madden 20 Raiders franchise. I think Josh Jones has that type of talent. And actually, I'll tell you right now, John Abram is currently the second free safety on the Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, whatever you want to call him. He could be another candidate. When I was researching the video, he was the last cut to get it down to 10 because he was still, not far removed from being a first-round pick. Thought it could be a little cheesy. But anyways, I digress. Focusing here on number 2, Josh Jones. I think you get great athleticism for a strong safety. But for my money, I would probably move him to linebacker, and I think he'd be a budget beast. And finishing at number 1, we have Dane Crookshank from Tennessee. Another strong safety, 69 overall. Still on the right side of 25. You get 92 speed, 91 acceleration, 91 jumping. So much like, Troy Apke, S-tier type athlete. We got 81 pursuit, 74 zone coverage, also has 72 man coverage. So he's literally terrific at everything you want a strong safety to be good at. And he still has a little bit of a ceiling to develop and grow a little bit. So, yeah, man, Dane Crookshank, between Dane Crookshank, Josh Jones, and White Lightning Troy Apke, I think you have 3 absolutely amazing, I don't even want to just say DBs. I feel like Crookshank could play hybrid linebacker. You definitely could get Josh Jones hybrid linebacker. Hell, Troy Apke, I mean, if you're fine modifying his weight a little bit, just imagine that he went to Mexico with Lane Johnson. You could also move Apke to line. These are just guys that could play anywhere. that you want them. Just the versatility makes them that much more valuable. And that kind of wraps up the top 10 defensive players you want to trade for in your Madden 21 franchises. And you're getting this might be the most informative yet, because there's just so much that you can add to a defense by adding some of these players. But that does it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. It helps the video out in the old YouTube algorithm. And I'll catch you guys back here on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.